The siege continued. Bakir Agha once again put forth the very same initial condition to Shah Abbas, and after successfully obtaining Shah Abbas's full approval, he then committed an act of betrayal against the Turks, allowing the Iranian forces to gain entry into the city. In the year 1623 AD, after Shah Abbas had successfully seized control of Baghdad, he promptly ordered the execution of Bakir Agha as a direct consequence and retribution for his treacherous act. Then Shah Abbas also occupied Karbala, Najaf and the northern regions. The opponents of Grand Vizier Kamal Khusro Pasha blamed him for Baghdad's defeat, and they forced Sultan Murad to have him executed on April 3rd, 1624. After this, Shirkesh Muhammad Pasha was appointed Grand Vizier. But he passed away just a few days later, and eventually this important position was bestowed upon Hafiz Pasha. Following the Baghdad campaign, it was now deemed more crucial to suppress Baza Pasha's rebellion in Anatolia. Baza Muhammad Pasha had also played a significant role in the Jalali rebellions that began during the reign of Sultan Ahmed IV. It enjoyed the support of the people. With an army of 30,000 soldiers, it seized control of Sivas and subsequently laid siege to Ankara and Bursa as well. The true power in Anatolia had now firmly shifted into the hands of Baza Muhammad Pasha. Even within the imperial capital city of Istanbul, it possessed numerous adherents. Therefore, observing the rebels' morale being boosted to such an extent, upon Qasem Sultan's direct orders, the newly appointed Grand Vizier, Cherkes Mehmed Pasha, was sent forth from Istanbul on the 17th of June in the year 1624 to suppress this uprising and to advance upon Baghdad. Cherkes Mehmed Pasha successfully put down the Jalali rebellions, initially in Konya and then in Niğde, whereas close to Kayseri, Baza Muhammad Pasha engaged the Ottoman army. On September 13, 1623 AD, Cherkes Mehmed Pasha defeated Baza Muhammad Pasha in the Battle of Kash. Following this, Baza Muhammad Pasha returned to Erzurum, where he then made peace with Cherkes Mehmed Pasha. It was here on January 28, 1625 AD that Cherkes Mehmed Pasha passed away. The duration of his time serving as Prime Minister was 9 months and 26 days. After his demise, Hafiz Pasha, who was the governor of Diyarbakir and serving within the Ottoman army, was appointed as the Grand Vizier and also the Commander-in-Chief. He was subsequently married to Aishi Sultan, the eldest daughter of Qasim Sultan. In that very same year, he led his forces to Baghdad and initiated a siege upon the city, which ultimately persisted for a considerable number of days. But the determination of the besieged people remained completely unshaken, and the Janissaries, gripped by panic, refused to continue the siege any longer. Hafiz Pasha was then compelled to abandon the siege and retreat back to Diyarbakir. Upon his arrival Chedi once again rebelled, as a result of which, on December 1st, 1626 AD, he was dismissed from his post as Grand Vizier. But he continued to serve as senior Mashir. Following this, his son-in-law, Khalil Pasha, was appointed as the Grand Vizier to succeed him. Khalil Pasha then attempted to bring Baza Pasha under his control. However, he was unsuccessful in this endeavor, and his adversaries in the very next year, on April 6, 1628, also approved his dismissal. Now, Khusro Pasha was appointed Grand Vizier in his stead. He had actually risen from Cheriaga to become Grand Vizier. He was an intelligent, cunning and warlike man. He was also the husband of Aisha Sultan, daughter of Sultan Murad III. Dashap Ninjite Dam Ji Shanda. Barely 1 month and 4 days had elapsed since his appointment as Grand Vizier. He made his way to Tokat, determined to put an end to Pasha's organized revolt. Subsequently, he led his troops from there, marching onward towards the city of Erzurum, and without delay, he commenced a full-scale siege of the city. Following a 14-day siege on the 22nd of September in the year 1628 AD, it compelled Baza Muhammad Pasha to surrender his forces. Baza Muhammad Pasha was later granted a pardon and subsequently appointed as the governor of Bosnia. The end of his rebellion proved to be extremely beneficial for the empire. The Ottoman army was now free to launch an offensive against the Safavids. On January 19, 1628, Shah Abbas passed away, and his young son, Shah Mirza, ascended the throne in his place. Shah Abbas Safi reigned for a significant period, approximately 41 years. He consistently engaged in prolonged conflicts with the Ottoman Empire. Capitalizing on the death of Shah Abbas, Khusro Pasha then resolved to launch an invasion of Iran. On June 10, 1629 AD, Khusro Pasha departed from Istanbul. On December 17, 1629 AD, the Ottoman army entered Mosul.